But another thing I've noticed that CES and other promotions have been doing that wasn't the case when I first started getting into MMA is, like you said, it's like CES promotes the New England guys and then they bring someone in. It's not New England versus New England. It's kind of like New England's a little family and they bring other fighters in from other spots to fight. How important is that? Where fighters are kind of cross training has been huge. Lozon's, I mean, it's almost like every New England fighter trains at least somewhat at Lozon's. I mean, just how important is that family atmosphere of New England?
Yeah, I think it takes all the local coaches putting their egos aside and letting everybody cross train. It used to be like, don't you dare cross train because you're, disloyal and this and that. And our gym's better than theirs, and we don't like them. And slowly, as guys, started to get to the UFC, they needed to cross train. We had to go out and go to other gyms and start getting training with some of their best guys. And then when you build those relationships, then you start to get closer with the coaches. And it takes all of us to get on the same page and say, hey, listen. If I get a legitimate prospect, let's not have them fight your prospect. Let's have them train together and make them both legitimate prospects that can both go to the UFC. And then when they go to the UFC, they could be training partners, They can just keep helping each other level up. But if you have a
Mhm.
gym fighter, like a guy that's probably never going to realistically go to the UFC, like, yeah, have them fight my gym fighter. And let's have some fun. Let them make a few bucks, have some fun, and sell some tickets and just cross some stuff off a bucket list. But yeah, I think over the last probably, I'd say like 10 years, I really done everything I can to change the culture, and I'm not going to take full credit for it. But my mission from day one was to keep the Calvin Caters and Rob Hunts away from each other and have them become training partners instead of opponents on the local scene. Um, and I've always said, like, if it's required that we have to fight like another UFC level prospect, let's do it from outside the region. We don't have to knock off my UFC prospect, knock off your UFC prospect to go to the UFC. It's like, no, both you guys should go to the UFC and train, and then ultimately train together and just keep raising the level of doing MMA as a whole.